What's up, the Hood Table and the Primetime Squad? How's everybody doing? Come on in. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed, and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you can receive the notifications whenever I go live over here or whenever I do an upload. Thank you very, very much. First of all, I swear, just like with, now, keep in mind, the new season for Power, I thought the first episode was popping. I thought it was lit. It was all that. But I didn't get to find out what happened to Ghost, in that first episode. And like I said, we should have figured that they wasn't going to let us know what exactly happened to Ghost and who shot Ghost, or if Ghost was ever shot, or if it was all a dream or any of that. On the premiere, season, well, actually it wasn't the new season, but the continuation of the season. So, episode 11, they wasn't going to tell us all that. They got to drag us through a few more episodes or whatnot. But this first episode of the Have and Have Nots, I was kind of disappointed because I'm like, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I was hoping though that it had opened up with Hannah's daughter, Candace, actually confronting her father, since we ended last season with her finding out who her father was. Her mother found out who her father was. Her mother found out who it was that had got her pregnant years ago, and she finally told Candace, and I thought that's how the season would open up, but it didn't. But anywho, oh well. But yeah, let me know what y'all thought about the first episode. But one thing about the first episode, we see that Celine is back. Now, do y'all remember Celine? I don't know if y'all remember Celine, but Celine, she had a relationship with Jim Cryer, and within that relationship, she had some children. Now, nobody knew about these kids. At least that's what we thought. Now, towards the time where Celine was kind of like, I wouldn't say booted off the show, but she was kind of like, I don't know, her character kind of narrowly just slid out the show. I was like, I didn't think we would ever see her again, so I'm kind of surprised to see her in the opening of season 7. But anywho, her and Jim Cryer, Catherine and Jim is married. They had a daughter. Their daughter, she died. Now their only child that they have left is Wyatt, who's addicted to, pain medicines and all that kind of stuff. And they're one of their old housekeepers. Jim had a relationship. Well, Jim had several relationships with some of the help at work and some of the help in the house. And Celine was one of them. And they ended up having some children. And nobody knew about these kids, so we thought. And then we find out that Catherine knew all along about his children that he had with the maid or the help or the housekeeper, whatever you want to call her. But she's back. And the way we found out, it was crazy. Because crazy old Veronica, who I cannot stand, and I wish she would have drowned in that pool, but what do you know? She used to be a doggone lifeguard. So while her ex-husband, well, I think they finalized their divorce yet? I can't remember if they finalized their divorce yet. I can't remember. But anyway, David, when he was trying to drown her in the pool, in her own pool, after she found out what he did. After he found out what she did. Now, I don't know if she lied, but she did tell him that his son was not his son. Jeffrey was not his son. So in the last season, in the last episode, Once he found that out, on top of all the other things that Veronica had done, like she was responsible for the murder of his fiance, his girlfriend, somebody he was extremely in love with. Then the time that he shunned away Jeffrey and tried to get Jeffrey killed, and I mean, she has done a whole lot. So when he heard that ain't my son, that ain't my son. Okay, I don't know if it was more of he was pissed because he found out that might not be his son, or because the way she treated Jeffrey all his life when she found out that he was gay, and she couldn't break him. She couldn't force straightness on her. She threw women at him. She tried to blackmail him. She tried to bribe him. She tried to shun him. She tried to disown him. And still Jeffrey is like, I'm still gay, mama. You can't do nothing about it. And so Jeffrey been like loved by David, his father or not father. And this other time, and Veronica on the other hand, cannot stand him. So it's like, you want to get rid of the one person that really, really loves Jeffrey just because you jealous because he moved on. He moved on with his relationship. She already killed the girlfriend. She blew her up last season in the car. Y'all remember the explosion? That's why David's back is still messed up. He got all those burnt marks all over his back and all those bandages. And we saw the bandages, matter of fact, after those goons, the goons that she sent to David's home to kill David and Jeffrey. Some of them, they're gone. Rest in peace. A few of the goons. The head guy that she hired to get rid of David and Jeffrey, he hit her up and he was like, man, my brother dead. One of my boys dead. Why you didn't tell us that they was going to prepare for us? Like, that cracked me up. Hold on, I need some water. That cracked me up. Because Veronica was like, hold up, y'all the thugs. Y'all the thugs, y'all the gangsters, y'all the gangbangers, y'all the hitters, y'all the hitters. And you weren't prepared to go set it off somewhere. And you weren't prepared because you didn't think that, well, what if they got guns? What if they got security guards? Like, they just went in there blind, like thinking David and Jeffrey was going to be sitting around watching TV or sleep or something. Soon as they kicked in that door, they had their guns, their pistols. Jeffrey had one in each hand. His father, David, had one in each hand. Jeffrey had one. And they managed to put two of them down. And then the rest of them just hauled off. They just hauled off. But yeah, at that time when he was going off and flipping out to Jeffrey, and he was like, man, I'm going to kill your mother. I'm going to kill your mother. And Jeffrey had to calm him down. When David had turned around, we had saw that he still got those burnt marks on his back and the bandages and everything. I'm like, dang, how long this man gonna be messed up? But anyway, it was a really bad I won't say accident. It was a really bad explosion. But yeah, Veronica had me cry. Veronica is so mean. Like, she's so mean, she's so evil, but sometimes she can be so funny. Like, the dude was like, you ain't gonna like give us no money for their funeral. You ain't gonna like she already done y'all. She done hooked y'all up. She done made sure some of them got out of jail. Some of the people he wanted out of jail, she done gave them some money. She gonna do. So you pay somebody to off somebody, and then they come back and say, some of my men died. We need some more money to bury them. Like, who does that? Anyway, she was like, y'all the thugs, y'all the goons. Y'all supposed to go up in there thinking it's a possibility that somebody might shoot back. But anyway, they ain't no real thugs. They ain't no real gangsters. They just went up in there. Some of them died. But anyway, now Veronica, with her evil arse, and what's the cop name? Okay, let's talk about the cop. Okay, the cop, I don't want to say he deserved what he had coming for him. He deserved something, but I'm not going to say he deserved everything that Veronica had done to him in jail. Now, Veronica, she wanted to get back at the cop Justin because of the simple fact that he had disrespected her. he was stalking Jeffrey, and then Jeffrey kind of like, I don't know how or where, I can't pinpoint it, but somewhere along the lines, from being stalked by somebody, Jeffrey kind of fell for that somebody. So anyway, he's kind of like liking Justin and everything. And then, you know, if y'all seen the last season, y'all know it led up to Veronica hating Justin, Justin hating Veronica. She figures she get him locked up. When he got locked up, she figured she had some of her goons go get themselves locked up, get inside the jail. They were assigned to the same area as Justin, and she had them, man, they told him up inside and out. And that's all I'm going to say. They told him up inside and out. So now he's still in the hospital. He's still in the hospital. He's on painkillers. He's in pain, like extreme pain. I mean, they beat him. They beat him. They tore his butt up, literally his butt up, and pun intended. And then they beat him, and then he, you know, got transferred to the hospital. Veronica, when she finds out from the goon, the ones that shot up David's house, that they wanted some funeral expenses, she started popping off on the phone. He started threatening to go to the police and threatening to snitch. And why everybody snitching? In every show that I'm watching, even on YouTube, these content creators, they all running around snitching on each other, calling the po-pos and all kind of stuff. But anyway, back to the have-nots. So he threatened to snitch on her. She goes down to the hospital and tells him basically, I'm not gonna pay for the entire funeral, but I might buy a casket and we can put both of them in the same casket if you do another thing for me. So she's still trying to get him to do more stuff for her. Hey, Maurice. she's still trying to get him to do more stuff for her. So now he's like, what you want me to do now? What you want me to do? I done blew up the car. We done blew up the house. We done up Justin in jail. The gate taught him some lessons in jail. They done beat him up and everything else. And now what else do you want me to do? So she takes him into Justin's hospital room. And Justin, I'm telling you, he deserved something. But he didn't deserve everything he got in that jail. He did not deserve that. Beat up, maybe, but the rest of that, the assault and everything, and he didn't deserve all that. But anyway, so he's up in there at the hospital. They trying to tend to his wounds, get him straight and everything. And he just starts shaking and crying and begging him to not do anything more to him. And next thing you know, old boy come in there, Madison. And I swear, no shade towards the gay people or the, LGBTQIA plus, but Madison, I'm like, I ain't never met a man named Madison before, and that's his real name, I think, Madison. But anyway, it's hard for me to remember that name because when I think Madison, I think female. But anyway, Madison, the one who was in love with Jeffrey, I think, but then Jeffrey kind of played him to the left because he kind of fell for Justin's crazy butt. I don't know what that was about, but anywho, he comes in there and basically rescues him. He rescues him, tells Veronica to get out, whatever. Veronica, she didn't want to go at first, and she threatened his job. She threatened Madison's job. It might be his last name. You know what, Maurice? I'm going to have to look that up. Because I could have sworn it was his first name, but it might be his last name. It just might be his last name. Now, another thing, Justin, at first, when Madison came in there, he thought he wanted some pills, some more drugs, because he's addicted, because he's a cop that's addicted to pain medicine. But then he told him, he was like, no, I'm not addicted. I need these because I want to end my life. That's how bad he's messed up. And I'm like, the karma is real. It came all the way around, did a whole 360 and hit him right on his butt Again, pun intended. But again, he didn't deserve everything he got, but he had something coming at him. He had something coming at him. I kind of feel bad though, because he really does seem like he learned his lesson. But Veronica, she's like, I'll be back. I'll be back. I don't know what Veronica, I don't know if she's going to get back to him, if the goons is going to get to him, if he's going to get out the hospital, if Justin's going to protect him, if Jeffrey's going to protect him. I don't know which way this is going to go. But the lady at the desk with Madison, the other nurse, she told him, do not get soft on that man. Like, she knows him. She like, I know you, I know you, I know you. And he was like, get soft on him, please, whatever. I don't know. That gave me a little sign that maybe Madison might fall for Justin. I don't know. But anywho, back to Hannah. Let's talk about Hannah. Now, I'm kind of happy that Hannah and her daughter Candace has some sort of relationship right now. Like, Hannah has been praying on her knees day and night, praying for her daughter to come to her senses and stop wilding out, stop being crazy, stop scamming, stop blackmailing people, stop, all the crazy mess that she's been doing. And she told her, basically, after Candace, kept asking her, why am I like this? It can't be from your side. You're a sweet person. You're a nice person. You love the Lord. You serve God, whoop-de-whoop-whoop. And on the other hand, Candace is like this mean, evil, spirited child that she had. Totally, different from Benny. Totally different from her son. And so she said, I wonder if I get it from my dad. I wonder if she get it from her daddy. And Hannah at first was like, no, when you do things, whether it's good or bad, you do it. You have a choice. You have a choice to do good. You have a choice to do bad. It doesn't matter what your lineage is. It doesn't matter who your parents are. But she finally gave her the phone number for her father. So I'm kind of anxious to see where this is going to go. Because for one, I mean, if you've been following this show all along, you know what Hannah been through with that guy. And what happened, the assault, how years had went down the line, and she started dating the man, and then next thing she knows, she finds out that was the man that assaulted her some 20-something years ago, got her knocked up. All these years she's been raising Candace by herself and had no idea who the father of her child was. Then she meets this guy and she falls in love, and woo. He seems like a great guy, hard worker, respectful, loving, caring. I was like, when I found out that he was the one that hurt her back in the day, I'm like, oh my God. So at first I thought Benny was going to kill him if Candace didn't kill him first. And now, like, Candace wants to meet him. Like, I don't know if this is a front. I just can't believe that Candace is so calm. Like, Candace be on a tirade when somebody does something bad to her. And it's all about revenge. I mean, the worst revenge she can imagine that she tries to do to people when they cross her. And now she wants to meet her father, the man that assaulted her mother. And even though he went to prison, served his time and all that kind of stuff, came back out, totally different person. Still, I'm like, how this conversation gonna go? Hello, Father, I'm your daughter. Nice to meet you. I just want to know a little bit about you and about my grandparents. And come on now. And then on top of that, her ex, the president-elect Charles, he gave her the boot. So she's sitting there watching him on TV. And we all know that Candace, I mean, again, when somebody crosses her, does her wrong, we know how she acts. And with the president, she's just sitting on the couch, like, talking to her mom, like, well, her mom's like, don't be watching that. Just move on. She's just too calm. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I can believe this whole thing that she's changed. I don't think so. And then they found out Wyatt, his crazy butt, he didn't kill. Well, okay, they think he killed his parents. I don't think they're dead. Now I said there was a coroner there, so somebody got to be dead, right? Or did they bring the coroner because he said I killed my parents? So I don't know if they're there because somebody is dead, or if they're there because he said I killed my parents. He's in the back of the doggone police car. I did it. Who got the last laughs? Now I did it. I killed him, and all this and laughing and stuff. Like he done lost his whole rabbit mind. He done lost his whole mind. So again, I don't know if he really killed Catherine and Jim, or if he killed one of them, or if they both survive it. I don't know. He can't kill Catherine. I like Catherine. If anybody was to deserve to die, it would be Jim. But of course, if Catherine was the one to be dead, it would kind of make sense because of the simple fact Veronica, when she saw Celine work and she was teasing her, everything. She working a night shift. She's getting her coins. She's trying to take care of her family. And Veronica up there teasing her, you missed the spot. You missed the spot. Why you working here? Why you working the graveyard? When I can help you get money from Jim. And Celine trying to play it off like, huh? What is you talking about? Like Veronica knows them is his kids. You up here slaving on a graveyard shift, cleaning floors, and you could be getting a lot of money from Jim Cryer. So, I don't know. You said Jim was on a stretcher, Catherine down. If she's not dead, the show's bogus. You said if she's not dead, the show's bogus. If she's dead, I'm gonna kind of be like, but oh well. Oh well. But Jim, I think Jim has to be alive because he has to carry on the story. Because right now, Celine, I think she's going to take Veronica on her offer, and Veronica is going to try to sue Jim for child support, probably medical insurance, back pay, college funds. Oh, she's gonna try to wring him dry. That's what she's gonna try to do. You said Bo Duke can be. Oh my God, you remember that show? That used to be one of my favorite shows, The Dukes of Hazzard. He was hot when he was younger, boy. And Luke. Was it Bo and Duke? Bo and Luke? Something like that. But yeah, they was hot when they was younger. I used to love watching that show. I really, really, really did. I used to love watching that show. But and when he came and starred on this show 7 seasons ago, when he came and started on this show, I was like, at first, I'm like, where I know that man from? Why he looks so familiar? And I had to do my little research and find out who he really was. And then it took me to the Dukes of Hazzard. And I was like, oh my God, that's him. I mean, I was kind of shocked that he doesn't look like much older than he is, because I don't know. I thought the man probably dead by now, actually, because the Dukes of Hazzard came on how long ago? You said he looks like, hold up. You think Jim Cryer looks like he's on meth? Oh, come on, Maurice. Maurice, for real. You think Jim Cryer? I can't. Maybe a lot of alcohol. I can imagine he probably drinks a lot. I don't know why, but I just imagine he probably drinks a lot. But anyway, that's funny. But anyway, now I'm be looking at him side-eyed. Now I'm gonna be looking at him side-eyed. Every time I see him on the TV show, I'll be looking at him side-eyed like, is you on that stuff? But yeah, so y'all let me know what y'all think As far as Candace, I don't know. And then the president elect, Charles. He is so not over her. He is so not over her. Like, he was during the interview, he was saying, he was tricked. Basically, he was hoodwinked. He was bamboozled. He didn't know about her past. He didn't know that she used to blackmail people. He didn't know that she was a liar and a thief and a con artist. He didn't know all this stuff. That's what he's saying in the interview. And so Candace is sitting up there watching them, and that's why her mom was like, turn the TV, turn the TV. You don't need to be watching this. But afterwards, when he got off the phone, when he got off done with the interview, he was playing with his phone, and he was like, should I call her? Should I not? Don't call her. Call her. Call her. Don't call her. He really wants to call her, and he really wants to talk to her. He is in love with some Candace. But it's like he got to play this part because of the simple fact that the other guy, the guy that used to work for him, he was supposed to clean up her record. He was supposed to clean up her record, but he couldn't because they had already found out everything about everything about her. So he couldn't. At least that's what he told the president-elect Charles. He was like, I couldn't do it. What could I do? And I guess Charles wanted him to lie or wanted him to do more to get Candace's record clean, but it was too late. It was too late. And he was like, hey, I tried. But Landon, I don't know. I guess he could have tried, maybe possibly could have tried a little harder. But did he not try harder because he's in love with the president-elect Charles? Even though he tried to tell him, you know what, it was a bad time. It was a bad time in my life. I don't know what I was doing. Did you see the president trying to take his shoes off? Landon was like, what is you doing? He said, well, this is what you try to do to me. You keep telling everybody you in love with me. You keep telling everybody you want to be with me. And woo, 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 woo. Well, why can't I do the same thing to you that you was doing to me? And then Landon was like, I was, hey, yeah, that was a bad time. Hey, that was a bad time in my life. So I'm like, Landon, do you love the man or don't you love the man? But I think Charles was just messing with him. I don't think Charles is interested in him at all. But he definitely wants him some can. He definitely wants him some Candace. So we're going to see if things are going to work out between them. But what I'm most looking forward to this season is how things is going to play out with Jim and those kids and Celine. With Justin and Madison, only because of what that other nurse said about don't be getting too soft on him, Madison. And also Candace and her father. I want to see how those storylines are going to play out and see if Hannah possibly and Candace's father might get back together. Like, oh no, ladies who watch this show, who really watch this show and have some kind of investment in this show, let me know, could you ever forgive somebody enough to remain in a relationship with them once you found out they were somebody who attacked you years ago when they were strung out on drugs and high and out of their mind and didn't know what they were doing, knocked you up, got you pregnant. They went to prison for 20, 18, 19 years, something like that. Y'all meet up later down the road. Y'all fall in love, don't know who each other is. And then once you find out, do you think you have that in your heart to forgive that person once you are in love with them and you have a relationship with them, you got time invested in them? How would y'all handle that? So let me know. Put it down in the chat. If you come in after the live, put it in the comment section after the video is over. And if you are just coming into the live, feel free to rewind it and watch the replay. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit the subscription bell. You said Luann not going to be with him. You said, you mean Hannah? You mean Hannah not going to be with him? You talking about Hannah's not going to be with Derek? I have to see. I have to see. You want to put a wager on that, Maurice? You want to put a little wager on that? He said she was the win on the heat of the night. What? Hold on. Hold on. Let me go over to my internet. hold on. Luann, heat of the night. I'm typing this in right now. Okay, Luann, heat of the night. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Photos. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Oh my, you are so right. How did I miss that? Oh my God, and she was so pretty. Well, I still think she's pretty now, but she was so pretty when she was younger. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, because I used to watch that show all the time, but I do not remember her being that person. That's crazy. That is crazy. So you know what? That's what Tyler Perry does. That's what I like about. He brings sometimes the actors and actresses out of the woodworks, the ones who ain't had no work in a long time, and he also introduces people who we never seen before. Although some of them be horrible actors, I gotta give them the side eye, but generally speaking, a lot of them, they get better throughout the seasons, throughout the different shows, throughout the movies. They get better. Some of them blow up, some of them don't. But yeah, I used to love that show, The Heat of the Night. But you say, yeah, we're gonna do a friendly wager. I gotta kind of think about what we might wager. I'll have to think about that. I'll have to think about that. Think about what we can wager, because I have a feeling in my heart that they are going to get back together. That Hannah and Derek is going to get back together. I have a feeling in my heart. Hannah and Derek is going to get back together. Candace and the president-elect is going to get back together. And I think Justin and Madison is going to hook up. Like, for real. And I don't know where Jeffrey gonna stand in all this, because both of them men liked Jeffrey. Justin was more in love with Jeffrey, or should I say infatuated. And Madison was always there, like, to pick him up when things fell. You know, he was there as a shoulder, you know, as an ear, you know, to listen, as a friend, you know. So we'll see. We shall see. You said David came from Knight Rider. See, you gonna have me looking up all these old TV shows. Matter of fact, I wonder if Knight Rider, does Knight Rider still come on anything, like any of the like the Fire Sticks or the Hulu or the all these different platforms that you can watch like old TV shows on. I wonder. I would love to binge watch on Knight Rider. Chips. My favorite shows back then was Chips, Knight Rider, Dukes of Hazzard. Heat of the Night was one of them. What's that? Oh God, what's her name? That lady, she was an investigator. What was the name of that show? I can't remember off the top of my head. You said Justin and Madison, maybe? Yeah, I think they will. I think they will get back together. I can't remember that lady's name. Oh well, whatever. Whatever. We're gonna have a friendly wager. I'm gonna have to, sleep on this. and, use my imagination and see what kind of wager we can do. Since you live way far away, it can't be like no dinner or anything like that. Like, oh, you gotta take me dinner, I gotta take you dinner. Maybe it can be something, I don't know, like a small gift, a small token, or something like that. I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. But anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the new season 7, episode 1. I hope you did that. Yes, Jessica, thank you, Maurice. You remember all the old shows. Jessica, that was one of my favorite shows, Murder, She Wrote, and it still comes on sometime, and I still binge watch that show sometimes. I will have me my popcorn, have me a little something in my little cup, and I have watched Murder, She Wrote all day. Literally all day. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed the new episode that came on and the review. Again, make sure you guys are subscribed and following me on all 3 of my channels. I have 3 channels. The Hood Table, Tanya's Primetime TV Media Reviews, which is my main channel. My second channel is my cake decorating channel, which is Tanya's Delights Slice by Slice. And my newest channel, The Hood Table. So make sure you follow me on all those channels on YouTube, IG, and Facebook. Excuse me. If you ever want to hit me up for ask me anything, or suggest a topic, or suggest a show or a story, trending news, anything like that, you can hit me on IG, or you can hit me on Facebook. And most people hit me up on Facebook because I'm pretty bad at checking my IG. But I have people hit me up on Facebook all the time, sending me newspaper clippings, sending me pictures, sending me topics that they would like for me to discuss. Some people like to be anonymous, and I grant them that wish because I would never, ever want somebody to put my name out there if I ask to be anonymous. So a lot of times when I discuss certain things, it's not because it's something that I looked up or I found out. Sometimes it's like things that people sent me. Like the story we're going to do Saturday. Saturday is going to be Carmel Diva and I, the sisters from another mister. We're going to do a collaboration Saturday evening, and one of the topics somebody sent to me. So again, if you want to hit me up behind the scenes, hit up either my Tanya's Primetime TV Media Reviews on Facebook or The Hood Table on Facebook, and just inbox me. Heart to Heart. Oh, I remember that one too. I remember Heart to Heart. Yeah, that was one of the shows I used to watch back then too. I don't know. I like shows about mystery, suspense, action. I like comedy too. But I really like crime shows. I really like crime shows. Matter of fact, I even like that show 911. I don't know how many of y'all watch 911, but I'm about to binge watch that because I am behind on a lot of shows that I used to watch faithfully. And it is what it is. I try to keep up, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm going to binge watch on 911 probably this weekend. And I still have to finish watching Married to Medicine. And I got to get caught up on Love and Hip Hop New York. That's why I said this morning when I did a live this morning about the R. Kelly season 2, episode 1, I was like, I'm going to try to do 2 videos per day, for maybe the next week, because I need to get caught up. I really need to get caught up. What's up, 402 Revenue? You said Duke of Hazzard 5. What's 5? V the series, 5 the series. He's the mayor. Excuse me. You say gotta get back to work. Let me know the friendly way. I will. I'm gonna think of some kind of wager because I think I'm gonna be right and I think I'm gonna win. So I will think of some and get back to work. Don't work too hard. I will talk to you later. Yes, 402 revenue. The Deuce that was one of my favorite shows. That was one of my favorite shows. But yes, the review is over. I'm about to get off of here. My son just walked in and he said he was gonna bring me something to eat. I don't know what he got. I hope he got something good. I don't know. But anyway, you guys, in the meantime and in between time, as usual, stay safe, be blessed. And what you say? You said, what's the haps on the crabs? I don't know. I don't know. But I will holler at y'all later. Good night, everybody. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Have a good night. I'm out. Deuces. Deuces. That was the haps on the cracks.